Hey, I'm glad to see you. All right. So I did this little rambling video before, but last week we had talked about some debt stuff. We talked about a couple different steps to get out of debt in this journey that I'm on. Today I want to talk about the most unglamorous part of it, and that is the mind. So the next step is you got to get your mind right. Yeah, it's not as fun as talking about counting the money out or this other step you have to do to get the money. It really, truly begins with you saying that you are tired of whatever is going on in your life financially, in society, in the world, whatever it may be. You're wanting to get out of debt. I had to face this when I started my first journey with getting out of debt, and I had to face it now. So I sat down, like I told you guys, I wrote down a plan, a budget. I paid myself first, and now I'm getting my mind focused. The reason I say your mind, and the reason why this isn't glamorous, is because there's going to be people that are going to ask you to go to a party. And you have the money, and before you would have justified it and said, well, I have the money, I'll go ahead and go. And you'll spend some of that money that you could have saved. That 10 years later you'll be like, man, well, I went to this concert or I went here. You have to make a conscious decision on what level you want to get out of debt. What level you want to go to. My level is a bit higher than others. I don't care about the parties. I don't care about Jordans. My weakness is guns. I have a big weakness with guns. So I had to have a mental talk with myself that I've bought all the guns that I'm going to buy for this year. I have all the equipment that I am going to buy for this year. Next year, instead of the 3 or 4 guns that I usually buy, I want to get out of debt, and I want to get some land so I can buy. I have put aside in my budget for 1 gun, and it's this little 22 that I wanted, and that's me. Yours may be Jordans. It may be a chain. It may be, who knows what it could be. But there's something that you want, that you get in abundance, that you will want to have that talk with yourself and kind of calm your mind down. Say, I can only get this. You're going to have to, if you want to really get out of debt and get out of debt fast, you're going to have to make some compromises. Some people cut out everything. They go cold turkey, they cut out everything, and they are miserable. I am okay with being uncomfortable, and there's a difference between being uncomfortable and being miserable. When I get out of debt, like the last time, I make this a game. And I will take myself to the brink of being uncomfortable right before being miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I still want to live my life and enjoy things. I don't need certain things that other people do. I don't need that other people do. I don't need Jordans. I don't need a fashion. I'm not a fashionista. I've got on a little sweatshirt. I've got on a pair of probably $19 jeans. The one thing that I will spend my money on is a good quality shoe. I'm all the time outdoor running, so I need a good quality shoe. I will not buy Jordans. They are worthless to me. or LeBrons or any of those, because I don't play basketball. So that is not me. I will buy a good pair of boots, like cowboy boots. And I will buy a good pair of trail running shoes, because I can use both of those in many different situations. That's me. You have to decide what is for you. But when you're serious about taking that next step, you have your list. You've paying yourself first. Now start to get to the mindset. That's the next step. Next week, we will go over another step of what we need to do in order to get debt free. And my road to being debt free has already begun. Now, what I will spend money on and go back into slight debt for is land. I've always wanted it. I'm starting to figure out how to do it, and I'm seeing right now that some parcels of land is really cheap. I know I keep talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it until I get this land, and then I'm going to go get another plot of land after that. And I'm going to make some money. So I'm in the research phase now. That, I think I've talked a bit too long about this. I think you guys get the idea. You got to unscrew this. Once you do that, the journey becomes a lot easier, I can tell you that. And with that, I hope you guys have a good evening. You see the sun is set behind me. And Big Unk out.